everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because some people still have an issue calling, say, Daramouthe and not Daramouthe. That's right, I'm on to you people. Don't you watching you. Well, anyway, a change of circumstances, but time for Pose Go Meet. That's right. That one was called White Magic, oddly enough. Don't ask me why he named it that. That is the case. Anyway, uh, never mind. Over. Yeah, that's true. Last good job. But anyway, my guest is here, but we had to do it through a different way. So here we go. Here we go. There's my guest right there up on screen. Okay, get up, get up, get up.
I'll lower it a little bit.
There you go. Now you can see her face. Look at it. The wizard is just like my father-in-law. Wow. But there
Hold
to
on,
teach.
hold that. Oops.
There you go. There you go. Technical difficulties. It's like trying to dance with your phone, except not really. There you
I'm
go.
just a boomer with an iPhone, okay?
Well, anyway, so story short. Unfortunately, I did know. For those who are new people, that probably whatever to come on Rumble Studio, I didn't know you had to download an app. So that's why we're using Brave Call for that because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It
I have
doesn't.
a I have a feeling if you're already a streamer, it would work because I would have downloaded that prior. But I'm not a streamer. I don't stream, just do videos. So
Yeah, no, I seen that. You just do videos, but yeah, so it's something learned, which is kind of interesting because if you use StreamYard, it doesn't require you to download to use
mm.
StreamYard. So that's a bit interesting, but we'll save that for any day. But anyway, how are you, Slideypie? It's nice to actually get to see your put a face to the name, but you're
I,
nothing like a Slideypie. That's a lie right there. That is a darn lie.
well, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. It's
Of
so sweet.
course.
Um, yeah, I got the nickname Slidey from my dad when I was a kid.
Oh,
And then my husband added the pie.
oh
So it's
well.
the meaning. It just came out that way. So
So you have your you have your dad giving part of it and your husband I think there's a line we got to draw in here. The father and the husband really giving into that name. That's really pushing it. It's like that's the dad my dad gave me that name. Will you just let that one go?
yeah,
Oh
kind of
my goodness.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
no, but it's actually nice to get because I know you've been in the chat before, many a times. When you
Yeah,
can, obviously, because you're busy elsewhere. You're so busy that everyone wants Slidey Pie.
right. I'm just so busy.
Well, you're elsewhere. So what am I supposed to say? It's like, oh, she's solving the world's problems. Like, no, that's not. That's not how that works.
Wouldn't that be nice to do that?
One day at a time, the Slidey Pie goes out in the world and solves the troubles. This time on.
I need a cape.
There you go. Well, I hear blankets make really good games.
Any of those.
Yo, goodness. Slidecast IRL. Well, she's kind of already doing that. She's kind of already doing that right there. But yeah, so she only makes videos, and I did see at least some of your videos. Like, oh, so now there is a face, and like, cause your name usually put like a thing next to it, like mine does. Like my PFP has like my face and stuff, but yours is just sort of with an S. Like, well, that's simple enough, right? That's
It's just,
simple enough.
I
Yeah,
don't know thing. I don't
yeah,
know how to do whatever.
yeah. That's understandable. The artful Brittany, that's cute. I love it. Aw, there you go. Getting,
Aw.
getting, get, getting a, uh, oh, what is it? Getting a compliment on the naming right there. Oh goodness.
Ew. I wish I could read it, but it's like minuscule to me, and I can't read it. But thank you. I
I will,
appreciate that.
I will read it out to you because yes, she's not on the Rumble Studio because of all technical stuff, technical gizmo stuff. Just beyond the point I want to deal with.
So everything's super small.
That's okay though because it's focused on your face, and that's the important part. That's the seller. We'll just be like, well, my gosh, an amazement right there. The Mona Lisa has returned. Um, but I mean,
Mr.
how?
Mr. DeMille, I'm waiting for my close up.
Oh, that one's gonna cost. But, how long have you been doing anything? I mean, making the videos?
I started in February 2024, so it's been about a year and a half.
Mm,
And I just had my iPhone and thought, what the heck? Well, because I was on my Rumble looking at, because I watch other streamers like you and other people, and I see this little green camera icon
yeah.
up
Mhm.
of my page or whatever it is. And I thought, I wonder what that is. And I just kind of explored, and it said, upload a video from your photo library. And I thought, maybe I could do this. So that's what I did. So that's what I've been doing. Just my little videos. I'm just an old lady that has little stories. And
That's
yes.
No, I was saying that's perfectly fine. Usually that's what that kinda stuff is. Hold on, I wanna try something first. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Huh?
Alright, can you still hear me now?
Sorry.
Alright. Can you still hear me now? Can you're watching my screen, so I wanna make sure if you're hearing me or not. Can you hear me? No. I was trying to see if you could hear me from that with that microphone off on Brave Call, but I guess you can't.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't hear saying anything. I didn't hear it.
Ah, I thought it was sharing this is gonna be just gonna be a fun day today. It's that easy. That's right. It's that. Well, I think he was trying to say easy. He's saying wasi, which I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation of that word. Easy. Okay, he corrected himself. There you go. Jacob has corrected himself. Job description: sit there and smile. That is right. That's what I said. Just sit there and smile. Don't do anything. Don't worry about anything, because
Okay.
because I've had a few people on who are like that. Obviously, I had a lady on from the Netherlands a while
Oh,
back. Yeah,
nice.
and she did have a heavy accent, but I could still understand her. But she was very nervous, very anxious. She was anxious up to the day, and I was like, "All you got to do is be there. That's it. All you got to do is be there. I take it the rest of the way." So
Thank I just had to show up.
that's right. That's right. It's like being the magician's aide, except you don't have to do anything at all. Just sit over there like, "What is she for? What does she do?" Oh, oh goodness. Um,
Well, now I'm in Idaho.
mm,
I live in, but I'm visiting my childhood friend and
mm,
staying weeks. I've already been here a week, so I've got 2 more weeks.
mm.
And she's the only one that knows I rumble. I'm For those of you who don't know, I'm a closet rumbler, and I literally very often post my videos from my closet. So it's not just figurative.
So
So
when
she's the only one that knows that I post.
oh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh-oh. Well, looks like the rabbit's out of the hat now.
Well, the people that watch me know that I'm a closet rumbler, but
Closet.
no, their friends, they're never gonna watch Rumble and find me.
Jacob Castro says closet cast IRL.
Uh, We love Jacob.
There we go. And then Alaskaman Jeff asks, "Does that mean Dara will pull a rabbit out of the hat next?" No, but if you'd want to pay for that, I'm not against it. It was a fake rabbit. It did just fine. It was there. Um, but yeah, no, that's pretty interesting because I've uh I've let some of my family know that I do this, but I don't use my actual name, obviously for obvious reasons.
Well, I
Um,
don't either.
well, yes, because I'm not gonna go out in the world and meet someone and say, "Slideypie, what kind of name did parent give a child that? What the heck's wrong
I
here?"
know. I know. It's just a little nickname. So
But
so how long you been streaming? How long have you been doing it?
mm, let's see. So I started like you, just making videos. First off,
Uh, huh?
I was Jacob says that I don't either. Well, that's okay, Jacob. That's okay. Um, so I'd use StreamYard's recording stuff because they could allow like recording a video up to a certain amount of time.
Mm,
And I was only making minute, like a few minutes here and there.
Mm.
Um, but I was doing that, and then, at that time, Rumble was like you had to have 5 followers in order to live stream without having to worry about buying a plan of sort, right? The pro plan or whatever they called it. And then after a while, I got tired of waiting for that, so I just bought the pro plan, which is like $10 a month, and I've been paying it ever since then. Um,
Mhm.
but the point of the matter was is that, and I think it was in August of it was May of 2023 when I started all this together. And then it
Oh.
yeah, and then it was August of 2023 when I started live streaming.
Oh,
Um,
I see. Okay.
yes. The artful Brittany says the name Slideypie reminds me of My Little Pony. Well, it's true. It's true.
How cute.
The
Daughter used to watch that when she was a little girl.
aw. See, now we have a connection of to My Little Pony at that point. Uh
Yeah. My Little Pony.
My Little Pony, yep. Oh goodness. Now it's just a little different nowadays. Um no, I after that point, I was doing different things, mostly just live streaming gaming or at least the game I wanted to play. Uh
Mhm.
I wasn't really gonna sit down and I did like Minecraft and all that, but after a certain point it just wasn't really catching me in essence. And so it wasn't until the November of that same year that I actually had someone on to converse with, like we are now. Just yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
and so um from that point, I've just kind of was sporadic about that, inviting people on or whatever, and I was like, well, that clicks. Um, so I just kept going with it, and then it wasn't until April of last year that I started doing this whole uh sort of full calendar sort of thing. So it's
You
not
mean like people? Is
like
that what you're talking about?
like that, like
Yeah,
that
like
kind
that.
of yeah, and
There, I can
yeah,
pull up my iPhone. It looks like a teeny weeny,
yeah.
teeny weeny.
Hey, all right, let's calm it down over there. Goodness sake. No, but yeah, it just kind of rolled from there. I've been doing that since April of 2023, 24 of doing that sort of thing. So again, I've had an over 200 various guests
Well, I know I've heard you say that in the past. That's wonderful. That's a
gl-
lot of guests.
globally at this point. Globally.
Good for
Um,
you. Good
Uh,
for you.
I try. I really do. Alaska Man Jeff asks, so if you're a closet rumbler, why are you not in a closet right now?
Because I'm not at home, and she doesn't have a closet big enough. So I'm actually in the bedroom that I stay.
Mm.
I'm visiting her. It's
Oh,
down in the basement. I have my own bathroom.
mm,
Very lovely and quiet. So
mm.
I come in here.
There you
So
go.
it's a bedroom.
There you go. That's the uh that's more of a basement than closet at that point. she she's a she's a hermit at that point. Um,
Right.
but
Hmm.
but yeah, give me okay. Upgrade from the closet. But yeah, upgrade well, yes, that is true. Out of the closet.
One step. A basement, is that only like one step above a closet? I'm not sure.
Mm, yeah, neither am I. Let's see. I want to do something. See if this won't work. Let's do. Oh, nope, I don't need to do that. Trying to. I'm trying to put me next to you. Just not sure. I don't want to share the screen. Uh.
Thanks.
No, pin me to stage. Do something. No! Then I put
Sure.
her to the side. Uh, no, unpin me, there we go, okay. I'm just trying to figure out how I can just do yeah, she's doing sign language for me, that's the most helpful part right there. I'm trying to do because that's Oh, nope, nope.
Oopsie.
There we
Oopsie
go.
daisy.
I'm trying to see how I could put side by side, but it won't. It won't. I'm trying. I'm
No, I'm no help. Don't ask
Yeah.
me anything.
Don't. Yeah. Don't look at her. Don't look at the person behind the camera. Well, the reason I'm trying to do it is because I'm trying to. Yeah, technical difficulties. Hey, Harry Potter started in the closet. Yeah, sure he did. Um, and then he was no more. Let's see. I don't want to do full screen. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, and I'm lost. Exit full screen. That's great. Um, how is it I can have two people up at once and not have the sharing screen part up? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh well.
Well, you're on a different thing, right? You're on Brave instead of
Yeah, yeah,
normal.
yeah. I'm on Brave. That's for sure. Uh,
And that's probably the problem.
life, life is trouble in itself. All right. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, actually, well, no, then you can't see the screen. Never mind. Well, actually, it doesn't really. Give me one. Sharing to. Okay, stop sharing to that. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna do something real quick. There we go. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna turn myself off. Should keep my camera. But I'm going to do this because honestly, it just makes it easier for us to both talk on the same screen without it looking like we're weird people. And then I'll keep an eye on Rumble Studio. So sorry, guys. Just trying to work within the limits I have, okay? But I made it work. Technical difficulties. But anyway, no, she's
That's
not Harry Potter.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mistakes and stuff makes life interesting.
Yes, it does. Ooh,
Mm.
look, a magic trick. That's right, Brittany. Yeah, I am all sorts of full of magic tricks. Hey, no, thank you, no, for all that. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm glad you joined.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not. I'm definitely not a tech wizard. Believe me, I know people who are more than me. Not gonna happen. Um, but yeah. So, yeah, that's been pretty much it. I haven't done a recent count to get the exact number yet, so I'm probably maybe 230-ish. I'm thinking, but it's been such a while since I've and I so how I do it is I only count someone's first time, right? That they come on. And then they get their own counter of coming on um after that first time. So I've had on Alaska Man Jeff thrice now. He's been on yeah, he's Alaska Man Jeff was in the chat earlier. He is actually from Alaska and he what
I figured that.
well, I mean, the name could be a lie. But no, he's been on DaraChat twice, and he's been on a show I did I haven't done once. So that's three times altogether. But that's his separate counter though. So that's to get an
Mm.
idea of how I do it. Um, but regardless, it's it's been an interesting thing just because part of the reason why I do it is because I get to speak to people like you, of course, um, and Jeff and so many others, but and Brittany next week. Hope to look forward to it. Well, I'll argue. Alaska Man Jeff says, "Well, I'll argue it was a 2.5 to the recording." Yes, it was, and wasn't really. Well, that was she was probably an hour off recording and then hour and a half on recording, but we'll talk about that another time. Because Rumble Studio messed up, and I'm like, thanks.
It's
Um,
always something.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, but where was I at? But yeah, I get to talk to people like yourself, creator or not, because I don't. There are a lot of people who just do creator only, and I'm not about that because it's very enclosed, and I'm about breaking beyond that kind of sphere, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so, also part of it is um my own personal bias, and the point of the matter is I think the more people you talk to, the more you realize, even people you disagree with, right? The more people you talk to, the more people you disagree or agree with, you begin to find something that's not really something you see very much on social media, and that is overcoming one's own bias. Now, I'm not gonna say I overcame, but more of like get a better understanding of how this thing works,
Right.
conversational wise. Because
Mhm.
I gotta tell you, look at I know you don't have like a Twitter X or anything, but just looking at it, and many of the people in the chat would know that it's just a crapshoot, basically. And it doesn't really help when people are so entwined in themselves and they can't look past their own nose, which is a problem for every human being, unfortunately.
Well, yes. Yeah. People have a tendency not to want to admit if they're wrong or that kind of thing. So,
Mhm,
barrier. And a lot of people are not like self-reflective. They can't look at somebody's view of them
mhm.
and think maybe they have a point. Maybe I am obstinate or maybe I'm this or that or the other. They can't do it. So,
Yeah. Well, and that you have the emotional trappings that you can get if someone says something that causes you to be in defense, whatever, and then you're not really stepping back, and then you get in that trap, and it's just a mess. And Alaska Man Jeff says, "Wait, Dara is biased? Must be about AI. Stop it, Jeff. Stop! I know what you're trying to do. It's not gonna happen. Leave it alone. Down,
oh, down, boy.
down. Sit, boo boo, sit. Good boy."
Hmm.
I remember those days. But yeah, I sort of do it for those both things because I really do believe the more people you talk to, even the ones you disagree with, but are able to come back later on to have a conversation with, I think you have a much better understanding about your own bias as much as other people's. It doesn't mean like you're the best talker in the world sort of thing. It just means that you understand that this thing is very people are very set in their own ways.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sort of like, if you're going to go biblical, it's sort of like when Moses went to Egypt to try to change the heart of the Pharaoh, but the heart of the Pharaoh was hard stoned. And so people are kind of like that. They've chosen and they don't realize that maybe a bit of data can be little bit more info may be able to help, or maybe they're just stuck. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Um,
We're all trying to figure it out.
That's right. One clown shoe at a time. Um,
Like,
feels it feels like that. Uh,
mhm.
and Alaska Man Jeff says, "I'm not obstinate or stubborn. I insist. I protest. I wait. I wait. You'll be waiting a long time.
Does he wait until he can pounce? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but he's in Alaska, so I mean, technically, it might be." Uh, and Jacob Castro says, "I'm too self-conscious to not be self-reflecting." Yeah, and I can understand it. It's good to be self-reflecting because it helps you in understanding at least a little bit of yourself. Uh,
Mhm.
I always know if I wasn't correct. Blip Blop says, and then Blip Blop says, "Learn more from the Giants." Anyways, Giants. Are you talking like the Giants as a football team? What is that? But yeah, I just think it kind of helps in.
The people before us, the giants, the ones who experienced things and we maybe can learn from.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and I kind of think that gets lost. Then he says, "Just don't turn." Oh, there we go. Just don't hear they go for the neck. Well, yeah, obviously there are people out there that will go for the neck. Oh, of course, but I mean, if you're smart enough, you'll begin to have the telltale signs at least to some degree. Um, Especially when you're dealing with people on social media. But yeah, it's a very people. The funniest thing, because as an adult, right, you learn a lot of things as an adult. But one of the things I've learned as an adult is the phrase, um, "Don't judge a book by its cover." The problem with that is we kind of all do that regardless of whether we want to or not. The defense mechanism. It's just gonna
Yeah, um, like a survival
yeah.
method, you know, thing, because we all make judgments on the fly. Like, I'm not going to walk down a dark alley with some low life guy in the middle of it. You know what I mean? You make these judgments, but he could be the nicest guy in the world. But it's a defense mechanism, and sometimes we have to take the time to get to know somebody or whatever. Not stranger, but you know what I mean. Like you meet somebody and you think, I don't know, they kind of rub me the wrong way, and then maybe friends. You know, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's all,
it's a life situation where it's just one of those things you just kind of learn as you go. But to say that uh I hope I hope never by yeah, Blip Blap says he hopes you're never by yourself. Yeah, because you don't want to be any of that kind of trouble. Word.
oh
Um,
yeah, I would never be walking on the street or even during the daytime. I don't walk alone, so
there you go.
I,
Carry that big old stick it says ugly on it, and if someone comes after you, you beat them.
wait, I'm like 5'2" and 92 pounds. Who am I going to beat the heck out of with a stick? No,
Look, hey! By the time you
right,
beat him with the ugly stick, they'll be at that point.
yeah,
Yeah. Did you hear about that woman that beat a man with an ugly stick? He's so ugly. Um, and Brittany says it's called unconscious bias.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's well, I mean, there's a lot of things. Like there's a book, uh, smack him a load of times for him. Blip Blap says it's funny. Um, but oh, what was I at? But yeah, but there was a book I read a long time ago, not too long, but it was called Influence by Robert Cialdini, and the book was about six. I don't want to say virtues, but like six category of things where they really try to bring down to the point of human beings. It's like there's likability, there's commitment and consistency. Those are considered one. There's reciprocity. Then you have scarcity. Then you have. Um, wonder if I still have it over there. Hold on. Oh, give it.
check with your library.
Nope. My library is right here. This is the book I'm talking about right here.
Oh, influence. All right.
Yes. So the six pieces of that he talk upon are. If I can get to that point in the page, I gotta find it first because there's all the chapter stuff. But because there's 6 point he goes upon. Here we go. So you can see right there, or at least for those you can see. I know the
Right.
camera's not focused.
But
Um,
the other two,
yeah, I'll read them out.
yes, please.
So it's got reciprocation as one, commitment
Mhm.
consistency as two. Oh, hey, anonymous. I am lurking. Anonymous Gaming 69 says I am lurking, but want to say hi. Was sent by Shield. Well, thank you, and thanks Shield too. Shield's a good guy. But then social proof, which is number three. Well,
Social.
social proof. Yeah, so I'll get to kind of explaining that. Liking, authority,
Hmm.
and scarcity. So those are 6 points that kind of talk about. Now, this is mostly marketers and sort of stuff that this book is aimed for, but the total of it can be used by just about anyone to kind of see the signs. So there's one point where they talk about the Jonestown. I'm pretty sure you remember hearing about that, the Jonestown incident, where they,
I
so
was alive watching it on TV and stuff with my mom way back in the whenever the hell that year was. That was a crazy time.
yeah. The funny thing is that that whole thing started. I believe it started in Los Angeles, but it really didn't work out well. And so at a certain point, the
Guyana,
lead
right?
what?
Didn't he go to Guyana? Is that where the whole
Yeah,
thing?
I think it was South Africa. I'm trying to find the page for it. Gotta find the J section. LK, no, J, Jonestown, 2930 152. See. Social proof, yeah. Because there's a page there. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of people dead. But it's in the social proof section. And part of it was, and I believe you were right, it is Ghana, but I want to make sure that's correct.
I don't know
Because it was in,
geography
oh,
that well.
yes, yes, South America,
Oh,
the rainforest of Guyana, Guyana. No,
Guiana.
Guy, letter Y.
Guy. I think they pronounce it Guyana. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
No, they do. Especially, yeah, a story. It was led by a man named Jim Jones. Basically, what
Uh-huh.
Jonestown was named after. Um, let's see. If we are to believe the stories of Jim Jones' malevolent genius, he realized fully the massive psychology impact such a move would have on his followers, which was moving from San Francisco to Guyana. So, you know, what I oh picture. But the point of the matter is, though, is that by doing that move and that social proof, he was able to separate people from an easier escape. Now, there were some people that still escaped Jonestown.
I know, but not that many, I don't think. I remember seeing. I mean, not that long ago, I watched a like a documentary about it,
Mm,
about people in the airplane jumped out before the airplane was bombed or something. Like some young girls that were young teenagers, they
mhm.
decided to leave because they were afraid, and they went into like the jungle, and they were found about I don't know
Yeah.
5 days. That.
Oh, oh, yeah. It was. I mean,
Mhm.
the picture alone they give of all the bodies. That should be a great indicator of how bad it was. Yeah.
It's just so weird how the human mind can be so brainwashed and follow these cult leaders and drink the Kool-Aid. That's where it came from. Drink the Kool-Aid. It's
Basically, yes. It was Kool Aid. Yes. But I think the point, I think in the beginning pages, Cialdini had made a point of how we're so sort of like a click we're sort of like a like a tape in our head where we're click we're. You know how people say when you say you're welcome or thank you, you have the opposite into that. That's sort of that click where it's just an automatic response.
it's just a reflex. It
Yeah,
turns into
yeah. Especially when you ask somebody how was your morning, and you usually say it's good, or how was
yeah,
your day? It's good. It's
oh,
an
just you
Yeah,
know,
it's just an automatic reflex, but there are people out there who've learned how to kind of hijack that sort of thing, and then, um, make that work for themselves and stuff. Those are manipulators, of course. There are people who aren't manipulators, but the point of the matter is that, uh, we're not so what's a good word to put out? We think we're as smart as we think we are, but we're not as smart as we think we are, if that makes sense.
yes, I get it. Yeah, a lot of us think we're smart, but and I've always said, the more the more you think you know,
Mm,
you don't know. It's like the more you learn, you realize you don't know a lot. It's like that kind of
yeah. It
that's
it,
mm,
what is it? It reminds me of that song, uh, I can't remember what it was. He was sung by George Harrison, and I think the line was, "The more the more I know, the less I see." I'm gonna have to look it up now. I think it was Only a Northern Song is where I heard it from, but, it's just it's just basically it's just basically trying to say, like, even if I know more, I learned that I know less.
that's it. That's basically what I was trying to articulate.
Yeah.
That
And it's funny how that works because it is true. I mean, we got science and stuff.
like yeah, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. Kind of like that.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? I thought it was. I might have been thinking about the wrong song then. Oh, dang it! Uh, the more I go outside or whatever, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it's sort of like that thing. Uh, the less I remember, uh, more I know, the less I remember the lyrics to the song. The more I know, the less I remember. Okay, thank you, last comment, Jeff. I get that a lot. Yes, Jacob, I know. And Blip Up says you can't conclude any investigation without all the evidence. But like uh, like a great detective I know, uh, in the ye old days of the books, sometimes the biggest points of evidence is in the smallest details. Thank you very much, Sherlock Holmes. I'm just gonna start throwing out books. The Great Gatsby. just, just
Never
a,
a book, never a book reader. I just watched the movies.
you just
I
watch.
was. It's really weird because I was never a reader as a kid,
Hmm,
and the weird thing is, my dad was an avid reader.
yeah.
Never instilled that in my sister or brother and I. It's like, and then in my later years, when I was like 40, I've written four screenplays, which I've read on
Nice.
my channel. Four screenplays, uh, little short stories, poems, that kind of stuff. So I've read all those, and I even read. You know who Steve Gosney is?
Yes, I've had him on
Yeah.
before.
Huh?
I've had him on before.
Oh, anyway, I love Steve. I always say he's like one of the most decent men on the internet,
Uh,
and he wrote that book.
was it his puppy dog one that he did?
No, it was a adult
Oh,
death penalty desires
yes, I remember that one.
on my channel,
Mm,
and because I asked him first, and he said yeah.
mm,
So that, and I got better at reading because when you read out loud,
mm.
the more you read, obviously, you get better. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think I did a decent job.
yeah. It was. I think when I had him on, it was last year, but I think it was during that time period where he did do that book, and it's kind of. I tried at another point, but at a certain point when I tried to have him on again, he was like, "I'm done doing the whole ordeal." It seems like he's come back to it, but at a certain point, it's like, "I'm."
Yeah, a little bit, but because after he wrote that book, he was getting a new job in Florida,
Yeah, yeah,
and then the Florida whatever newspaper, the I can't remember what it was, did
mhm,
like a piece on him,
yeah.
call you know transphobe and all this stuff, and so they fired him. His job fired him. Then he
Wow,
had, I mean,
yeah,
he has a job, but
yeah,
what the hell? It's like, what, he can't write a, basically fictional novel? I mean,
mhm.
that would be like saying that Stephen King could be a serial killer because he writes about weird stuff, right?
It's true.
Ridiculous. I know.
That is true. Um, Jacob Castro, but you can theorize based on what's missing for the investigation stuff. And then he says SNG. I'm not sure what that means. And then Brittany says,
Gosney. SNG is Stephen N. Gosney.
"Yeah, oh, okay, Stephen N. Gosling. Yep, yep, yep." Oh, no one with that. 2020. Sorry. Brittany says, 2020 turned me into a chaotic bookworm. Ooh, chaotic.
Hmm,
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
that sounds like she's like read a whole bunch of different genres or something. I don't know if I'm on point, but chaotic chaos.
I would just think like it's trying to read too many books at once, like book one, book two, book three.
She's like juggling them in front of her on that one.
I'm done. Um,
Circus reader.
yeah, but no, I know that was kind of going on at the time because I think it was Miami that his new job was supposed to be at,
Yes.
and then that whole spiel happened, and then he was kind of like, I'm kind of done with streaming. So like, all right. So I haven't reached out to him recently, but he was a great guy.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
kind of
Definitely.
on.
He's
So
definitely. It's just a shame.
yeah, it
I
Okay.
I hate when good people are wrongfully attacked. I mean, it's just horrible.
Mhm. Yeah. It's
Mm,
but unfortunately that's a part of um doing all this because you kind of put yourself out one.
you're exposing yourself
Yeah.
to criticism.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not
I don't
opposed. Okay.
like to use the word hater because, left
Mm-hmm.
use it, but there are a lot of haters out there.
They be hating, yo. Brittany says reading multiple books at once of different genres, audiobook and physical books. Oh,
Oh, so I'm kind of on the spot, wasn't I? Good for you.
I
Brittany,
kind of
right?
I kind of landed a hand with that one. What?
Is her name Brittany or Brandy?
Brittany.
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 Brittany. Well, I can't help with that one though, because I did say multiple books at once. So I'm just
All right, I'll
saying.
give you the credit.
Thank you, Mom. I feel so complete. It hurts. It hurts when I don't get a little.
Oh, I'm old enough to be your mama, that's for sure.
Mm. Alaska Man Jeff says being wrongfully attacked can make you bitter and cruel, but you can rise above if you don't let it consume you, which is true.
That's
Very true.
true. But I mean, I would think the initial impact would kind of bring you down a lot. And then it might take some time to get over it and just
Yeah.
say, oh, guys are a-holes. F them.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's it's that sort of thing. It's that sort of thing where it's sort of like grieving after someone has passed and
Oh,
you're sort of needing that kind of time to kind of like yeah, it's there are differences. There are differences, but
oh
I
yeah.
I think it's kind of in that same line of where you have to take time to kind of pick up the
Process
pieces. Yeah, process and pick up.
and then decide how you're going to either move forward or get through it. Right.
Mhm.
You got to reflect. Right.
Yeah, reflection on stuff, and some people do pretty well, like Jeff had stated, and some do not, which is a sad point to that because there are a lot of people who are really affected by. Not always. I mean, there's some people who, you didn't really like them, so it doesn't affect you much, or you didn't know 'em.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great grandma on my dad's side who I didn't really know well, but we went to her house once in a blue moon. And when she had passed, it was sort of like 50-50 because I knew her a bit, but not enough. And so it's not really, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't affect your life. I mean, it wasn't like she was an everyday fixture and you missed her, right?
Yes.
I'm just,
Yeah.
it's a different.
Yeah. But when it is, it's sort of different because you can pick yourself up, but there are still pieces on the floor that kind of remained years after the fact.
Mm,
And the point of the matter is though is that it's very varied, unfortunately, and how you respond to that sort of thing. But going back to Ghazni, I mean, he's still here, he's still kicking, got
yeah,
his family, got his. He has a lot that most people would probably have just given up at a certain point because canceling, what do we want to call it? Um,
exactly. Mm-hmm. I
b-
know.
but he's right. Some things are a bunch, yes, but I just see it in the way of like, I'm glad he's still here, glad he's still kicking. I know he's still writing. I believe he's still writing.
Oh, yeah. He wants to write like a fantasy book of some sort or a sci-fi. I don't know what it is, but he's written the few children's books,
Yes.
and I got the children's book,
Oh,
the one-eyed what Brucey, the one-eyed wonder. That
yeah,
was cute.
yeah.
To granddaughter, she liked it.
Aw. I think
Yeah.
he's done a coloring book for that one too, hasn't he?
Oh, I think he did. I didn't get the book, and now he has a new one, but you can get it on a PDF file. Like it's about a cat. I think you mentioned it earlier. Him
is this
and the
is this gonna be a no-eyed cat?
computer or something,
Uh,
and he always has, like, a little biblical, things in there,
yep.
because he is, a very, Christian guy.
Yeah. And again, that makes sense, but yeah, it sucks, but I'm glad he's still around. But you
Mhm.
said you've written screenplays too, so as through that, you've been inspired to do your own stuff as well?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I started I started well, at the time, my sister's husband, they're
Mhm,
now divorced,
mhm,
he was a screenwriter in Hollywood.
mhm,
So I remember sitting in my little dining room thinking, what kind of movie would I like to see? And I like the romantic comedies.
right.
Came up with this idea in my head, and I was thinking, I'll tell him my idea, and then he'll write the screenplay because he's a screenwriter, and
Mhm,
I didn't screenplay. I was never a writer. And I told him about it, and he says, "Oh, we'll write it down." And I'm thinking, "What? Write it down? What? What do you mean write it down?" So then I got some screenwriting books.
mhm.
I took a couple of screenwriting classes at my local community college. Didn't
Nice.
didn't learn anything in the community college, I'll tell you what. I learned more reading on my own.
Uh-huh.
That's what this school is sometimes.
Mhm,
So I wrote the first 10 pages and I gave it to him. And he read it and he told me it was pretty. He said, "This is pretty good." He says, he knows a lot of screenwriters, in the industry that always say they're going to write and they never even like start a page. So I was already ahead of the game.
mhm,
And I said, "I don't know if I'm very good at dialogue." And he says, "Don't sell yourself short. This is pretty good." So
mhm.
then I wrote the whole darn thing, but it never went anywhere, whatever. So I read it on my channel,
Right.
and then I wrote three other different ones. So at least I can entertain some people. It won't be on the big screen, but my viewers appreciate it. So that's
There
been
there you go.
yeah.
It's like getting a little taste of Slideypie. Although that's probably putting it wrong. Um, you
Um Phrase
I know, that's why I said I better take that one back. Um, but no, but at least you did something, right? At least you wrote,
yeah. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. You know what I call writing a screenplay?
right.
Playing house. Now, you're a boy, so you never played house as a child.
Mm,
Oh, well, girls, we played house where we, had babies and played like we were a couple and it or playing Barbies. That's like
mm,
playing. So that's what I think when I'm writing a screenplay. It's like you're conjuring up just like the imagination when you were a child
mhm.
with all the characters and talking and all that. So I call it playing house
There you go.
because that's basically what it is, and it's fun.
Yeah,
If it's fun.
there you go. Yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
if it's
Alaska Man Jeff says there are warehouses of scripts that are 5 to 10 feet deep, millions and millions of documents. Sadly, it's really hard to get to the big screen, but those close to you are the best audience you can get.
exactly. I mean, in Hollywood, you have to know somebody.
Mhm,
And Hollywood is just so dull. They don't, they like remake so many movies. It's
mm.
like, can't you have an original script from somebody? What is happening? Oops.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I just use like in the essence of like even with us being human beings or whatever is are we really telling a different story or are we just using what's already been there and recycling
well, in Hollywood they are.
it? Well, I mean,
But, the life stories are all kind of this, there's different modes of it, and they're all very similar with
mhm,
maybe, a different location or, like Boy Meets Girl.
yeah.
girl breaks up with boy, they meet again. It's like they've been told a million times, but I mean, you could at least make it more interesting.
He was the boy had no eyes and the girl had no mouth, but it worked somehow.
Mm,
I don't
Lord,
I don't think
Lordy.
uh oh, okay. And Nero says I'll be over in a minute. Okay, thank you, Nero. Thank you for that. Um but yeah, I would find that funny. Then you're like, okay, how would I make it work with one with no eyes and one with no mouth? How do you make that work? It's just gonna be, do you make the girl mute so technically she doesn't have a mouth but she does, or do you just like that mouth does not exist? How do you go about that?
That would be very strange looking with no mouth.
Our
I know,
Brittany's Yeah, Brittany says that sounds like a horror movie. It's a horror comedy movie with a little bit of romance mixed in.
like, what does she have? Giant stitches in the front of her mouth, like a horror story. What is that? There's some with the I don't know, like
I know there was a movie where they had a guy who had stitches in his mouth, but that was like, what was the one movie? It was called uh it was the one with the three witches, Hocus Pocus. That's right, Hocus Pocus, who had the guy with his
oh,
mouth stitch. Yeah,
I think I it's such an old movie.
yeah.
I remember the characters in it.
Uh,
Is that with Midler?
what?
And with the Bette Midler?
Yep.
And was Whoopi Goldberg in it?
No. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy.
Who? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, I have Killer Games caster Mike, who says, "Yeah, can't confirm. Got to know someone in the industry, but still gotta have some talent for the script writing." And because I've had him on before, and he has actually written for Hollywood at some point.
Wait,
So
who?
his well, the username is Killer Games Cast, but his name is Mike. But he has been in the writing industry in the
Really?
past. Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. See, I talked to a lot of important people. Look at that.
That faces.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even know when he told me. I was like, "You don't even look like a writer." He said, "Look, no, it's true. Look, I can show you."
What does a writer look like?
Someone with glasses and not enough coffee.
I have a head start. I have glasses. How
oh,
do you?
glasses, no coffee, and no life. That's usually basically what a writer is.
Mm. Well, that's probably why I didn't make it in Hollywood. I do kind of have a life, sort of,
There
kind of,
you
sort
go.
of.
Kind of, sort of. Well, that's better than nothing.
I don't go a lot of places. I hate to go out. I don't like doing stuff.
Hey, you know what? The world is crazy enough. Sometimes it is better to stay home, unfortunately. But
Porch and smoke my cigarettes and do my videos.
well, hey, whoa, hold now, hold that. Now you're just starting to sound like a chain smoker in a movie at some point. And then I was writing the story, and it was looking pretty bad. If you want to know what I'm talking about.
Uh, yeah, you got it. You got it down. That's yeah.
My gosh, I am too psychic tonight. I did not know this was possible.
When I porch, I
Oh my.
start video saying, "Hey, Slideypie here. I'm on my front porch because Mama's got to have her cigarette."
Look, Mama's gotta have the good stuff, honey. You ain't with it, you're against it. Get out.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mike says, "You're way too kind, Dara." Well, of course, because I am. Well, maybe not way too kind, but still. I'm 2 out of 3 on your list for writers too, Dara. Aw. Well, thank you, good sir. I appreciate that. I
Oh,
could use your help in something, but we'll discuss that later. Uh, oh, when you don't have the ability yourself, reach out to the people who do because honestly, they might do it better than you do.
that is true.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, but he's a good egg. I had him on because a while back someone was gonna have on couldn't make it to the show, and so
Mhm.
I was in work of having him on, but it just the timing wasn't working out, and then all of a sudden, I was like the time I found out the person was there was like a quick DM, like, "Would you like to come on at this time?" And he said, "Sure, give me some time," and he was
Yeah.
able to make it. So, but he's in lieu with a few other people I've had on, Gina, or just Gina, as her username is called, and then of course Sean from Third Ralify. People I've had on before. Uh, well, yes, I've had Sean on too. So there's that. Um, but again, this thing that I do, just chatting with people, is unlimited in what it is because just that. Like, I mean, my point has always been is I'm not just having other creators on. And I guess it would be 50-50 for that. But you're sort of a creator, okay? You post videos, okay? All right. Let's go put that
Yeah.
out there. Um, but it's but I don't think people understand the unlimitedness or the limitlessness that it has because they're so used to what they're used to out there. But when you can have someone who can have on both people who are content creators and people who aren't at all, that's a whole nother world colliding in essence, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah.
And and for me to be able to continue to do it is a blessing in its own right. And I'm always grateful for all those who say yes, like yourself. But my point is that it's not done a whole lot. Or there are people who are unable to bring people on as guests because of certain issues or certain reasons or whatever. And I'm just like, how is it that I'm able to do this thing, having over 200 various guests of creed and color and all this stuff. And yet for some other people I've heard talk of, it's quite the opposite of easy. Or sometimes they're just like once a week or whatever. But I'm like, I'm doing almost a new person almost every day, weekdays, because I don't weekends are my time. Okay, kids, daddy works during the day. Okay, daddy needs a break.
Uh, that's break.
I get a full-time job. Daddy needs to sleep.
How you do it.
Well, it really doesn't. I mean, I get done. There's probably some rest time in between when I get home from work and when I do this, and I only do one a day. I don't really need to do more. I can't do these 5 to 6 hour long streams with people doing stuff or whatever. I mean, the least I've gone is like almost 5 hours, but I've really cut it down to where it's like maybe 2 to 3 hours depending on the person, because sometimes people are new and they're anxious and they don't really give out much in the way of conversing back. So
Mhm.
you kind of just need to kind of slowly end it out there. But um but I really don't think I really think people don't understand the limitlessness that it is. It's so unlimited that it boggles my mind why it's not more, you know?
Well, I think you mentioned this earlier that I think some creators don't want to know, quote unquote, nobody. Like, they want to bump their
Yeah.
subscriber, whatever the heck they're doing,
Oh.
and they want to know the person, right, to
uh,
bring them
Oh
on.
yeah. I've got a good story for that one. But no, it is true. Most of the time it's either someone within their niche, someone who can raise their status, or a friend within in their group, basically. Um, and I've got a bit of a story. But anyway, it is the top of the hour. So you did an hour. Congrats. Look at you. You've done wonderfully. You've
I
done
did it.
yes, but we're still gonna go for a little bit longer. But at this point in time, what I do is I set aside the time for me and my guests to promote ourselves. Basically, whatever you want to promote. I only have your Rumble, so there's only that. So, but if you want to promote your lovely stuff, you're more than welcome to. The floor is yours.
Is it my turn right now?
Yes.
I only have a Rumble channel.
Mm,
Like I said, I'm just a boomer with an iPhone,
mm,
closet Rumbler, and it's Slideypie
mm.
on Rumble, whatever you look that up. And
Okay.
I do videos of
Mhm.
this, that, and the other. I mean, Some of them are short, some of them are long, whatever. It's just,
Hey.
I don't really have a genre,
Uh-huh.
but if you want to watch, feel free to
Yep.
check me if you want to sub or follow.
Yeah.
I had last week or the
Mm,
week before, I had 205 followers.
mm.
And then I checked one day later and somebody dropped out. How
Aw.
dare they? I only have 4. So, hey, if you guys are just follow, not that I don't know what I mean, I don't know what it does for me, but it's just kind of, it's an ego booster. So,
I I've always tried to stay humble about this thing because those who don't remain humble, well, there goes a downward spiral of that. But again, her link for her Rumble is on both Rumble and YouTube because I do stream to both places. Uh,
but
I,
appreciate it.
oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I try to do that with everyone. And even if they had a guest on who really didn't have anything, it's like, would you like to say anything? And they just either no or say something silly, which I'm all about. I'm all about, oh, look at that. Brittany has decided to follow you on Rumble. Look at that.
Thank you, Brittany.
There you go.
Does she too? What's she
She
called?
her channel's called The Artful Brittany. I think it's on both because she's on YouTube responding, but she's both Rumble and YouTube. So
The artful, the
Brittany.
artful Brittany
Yes,
on Rumble.
yes, but it's spelt with an I, not a Y.
Britt. Wait,
A
what?
Brittani. Brittany.
Oh, okay, got it.
Now we can
I'll
see.
do as soon as I got time after this.
There
You
you
know,
go.
my busy interview schedule.
Well, I don't. And that's been another thing too. Is like I don't consider this an interview. It's just a conversation.
Yeah, it's chat.
Yeah, it's just a chat. When people, because I for YouTube, right, you can use tags and hashtags and all that stuff. I don't. She's on both. Art over Brittany says both. But
The pen. I
yeah.
have to write it.
But for me, it's like I had to on YouTube side. That's right. On YouTube and YouTube, you can use hashtags and tags. And for me, I had to stop using the interview tag because after I was like, this really isn't an interview because I'm not formal. I don't have a list of questions, and there aren't really any topics to go off of. Because you always see those celebrity interviews and all stuff like that's not me. I'm not Good Morning America. All right, let's just cut that out.
Mm-hmm. And Good Morning America only gives you 3 minutes, so
Good Morning America can suck it. That's what they.
they cut it years and years and years ago, decades ago.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, I just don't. When people say it's an interview, I'm like, I don't know about that. I can't see it like that, unfortunately. I'll
It's
let
just a
yeah. I call it a conversation show. I mean, you could say talk show, but I'm like, it sounds a little more devious, or not devious, but it sounds a little more different when you say conversational show. It's like, wait a second, what conversational show? What the heck is that? I don't know. You better come and watch because otherwise you won't find out, will you? Um,
but people don't know what a conversation is. Hello, how could
Yeah, I thought the word was kind of self-explanatory.
they look it up in the dictionary and figure it out?
What's a dictionary? We're so lost. We're so lost.
Yeah, you're beyond help by then.
But anyway, so from my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or the YouTube side, and again, I'm using Brave Call to kind of do this thing because I didn't know. So the weird thing is, if you don't have, I guess if you're invited, if you don't have a streaming or I haven't used Rumble Studio or whatever on the web part or whatnot. Or I think it was the app. That's right. It was your phone that you're coming from this from. So they're having I guess they're having people who are on the phone that are invited onto Rumble Studio to download the app, which doesn't make sense because yeah, it doesn't make sense to me why that happens. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But thankfully, Brave has a call feature that I can use, and it's encrypted. So you're welcome.
And thank God that you can figure it out because you're a
Yes.
young whippersnapper.
Oh, great. Thanks, Grandma. I appreciate that. But anyway, so whether you're on the Rumble side or the YouTube side, doesn't really matter side you're on. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps. I have to tone it down. Anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated. Yeah, because not only does it help with being seen more, like all content creators want to be. I mean, it's really at a point. It's like, oh, I don't want to be seen more. No, you want to be seen more. But it
Yeah.
also helps in having other people on, like Slideypie, like Alaskan
Yeah.
and Jeff, like
But
Brittany next week, and so many others. At the end of the day, I do this
when going to be on? What day of the week?
Monday, so next Monday.
I'll be tuning in.
But the point of the matter is, I do this because I get to talk to a bunch of people like Slideypie and so many others. Because at the end of the day, this is all about just having conversations with other people. I don't care about your status. Don't care about your how many followers you have. That really doesn't matter to me. What matters is, are you willing to come on and just converse about whatever? That's the true question.
Well, in my view, connecting people is what life is all about. Connecting either with a little vignette moment with a stranger, passing whatever, talking in it, whatever this is. Just engaging with people is that's what life is all about, in my opinion. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that's true. Almost feel like there could be a Sesame Street song at that point.
Birds singing it.
That's what life's all about.
Yes, exactly.
Take it away, Ernie. That's not gonna work well.
Ernie,
All right, here we go. But also, I have a link for my stuff as well. You can go down below, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side. It is there in the description. You can. It'll take you to my Twitter X, my email, my. I have a link to Discord, but it's mostly for DMing. However, I may be changing that into something else if if a plan goes through right. But it's always what it is. It's just working through the plans and stuff. Um, but yeah, so you can go there. There's my link for all that stuff. If you want to find me, and my YouTube and Rumble link are in there too. So thank you for that as well. And of course, the last thing I'm gonna do, because I am part of it, but for now until the end of the month, I am still in Rumble's creator program. But after the month is over, I will no longer be in the creators program. It's just a bonus to me. I don't really see any more need than beyond the scope because it kind of runs against the grain of what I do, and I'm tired of filling requirements that don't flow with the show. So it is what it is. However, I am part of another program. It is called the Proton Partner Program. If people don't know what Proton is they have a mail, they have a VPN, they have a password manager, and all that stuff. And so I think it was like last month and a few months before, I was doing their email or their mail thing, like AOL or whatever, but this one's a little better. But this time around, I am doing their password manager, which is in right here. Um, it is a Proton. What they call it is Proton Pass. I think I can put it in the chat so you can see if you want. There you go as well. It's in the chat. You'll probably see to your right. Or left, whichever. But regardless, whatever. But what it is that the Proton Pass is sort of like their password manager. Like if you've seen Proton, One Password or whatnot, what it is for Proton Pass. So they do a few things. Is one, they allow you to use an alias email. So what is that? That is the ability to have something that's an in between you, the company you're putting your email in, and your actual email. Because it's not your actual email; it's an alias email, but it will still redirect email to your um, actual email. But if the company gets spammy or just whatever, and you're done with it, you can just turn it off, and you will not get anything from them anymore because they don't have your actual email. Another thing is they have integrated 2FA or two-factored authenticator. I never could get that right. But again, you can go to the link down below or in the chat. You can take it out for yourself. Look, if it's worth it to you, why not give it a try? If it's not, that's okay too. Yes, I can make some money off it, but it's not really about why I do it. I'm just promoting a benefit that I use on a daily basis, and I do use Proton Pass. on a daily basis. Rumble just added a 2FA authenticator to their lineup of security, and I use Proton Pass's integrated authenticator to do that. So it's all in one place, and I don't have to like scrounge around or remember because it's gonna be a long day if I have to look at scraps of paper all day. It's all in one place for it. So links down below. Give it a look. If you don't want, that's fine. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Um, Now, oh, I gotta go back to chat. Gotta copy paste that. Where was it at? Oh, here we go. This is Lavistro. Hey Lavistro, how you doing? Um, Alaska Man Jeff says, I've had to do interviews professionally in the past, and would shock you how many experts freeze up or say, I don't know anything about that on subjects they're getting paid to do.
Lord, that's crazy.
Talk about an expert. Um, and Brittany is giving you hand claps for making it this long, so hand claps all around for everyone for
Hey.
that. And Jacob Castro says more feet pigs.
Yeah, they always talk about feet pics for me.
Don't do it. But it can make you a lot of money. But let's get
Say.
oh my goodness. Jacob Castro is like, I thought the hokey pokey was what it's all about. No, it's not what it's all about.
It's not?
Nope.
Thought it was.
And Alaska Man Jeff says, I'm gonna use the password. Good. I hope you do. Cause there's a Chinese character in your thing. I don't know why that is. Okay. But yeah, I just again for that sort of thing, I promote it just because it's a benefit. Because there are a lot of people out there, a lot of content creators that promote items that are merch store or sponsorships or whatnot. And I'm just like, I honestly can't do it. It's just not in me to do that. So it's not like a laziness thing. It's just like people come to see you for you, not to be sold. Now, obviously it's a way to support somebody, of course. But for me, it's like they're coming to see you for you. They're not here to buy what's the next hat item or what you put on a shirt or whatnot or all that stuff or some gold coin you made, Bitcoin, whatever. It's about coming to see you because of what you create rather than just buying up. Because people can easily donate you through whatever system you use, like YouTube Super Chats or Rumble Rants, or so forth. But it's a grift harder. I'm not gonna grift harder. I don't know how to grift. I know how to drift, but that's a totally different subject. Um, turd. That didn't work. Um, but yeah, I just can't do it. It's just not in me to do it. Someone once asked me like, "Why don't you open a merch store?" I'm like, maybe, but just as a fun gimmick, because you hear about these people trying to sell. It is. I have a full time job. It pays for what I need to. Um, this anything I get from this is a bonus, especially from the creator program. Alaska Man Jeff says, "Oh, I'm going to cancel the gold Alaska Man Jeff coin I was making." Ha ha! I knew it! I knew it! Every time I looked at your squinty little eyes, I knew you were making a gold coin. I said, "He's doing it again."
You.
I mean, yeah, and he's Alaska Man Jeff is an artist in his own right, as well
Oh.
as Artful Brittany, but he's more of a digital artist, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So um, he's trying to make family friendly shows. It's a you can there's a website called castercraft.net or CRASTOR craft.net, and it's just like different 3D, 2D, all that stuff, and he's just trying to do family friendly stuff. Um,
Well, we need that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah. No more Veggie Tales isn't very much of a thing anymore, unfortunately. Um, I won't sing those songs. But yeah, I've gotten to meet people who are artists, people who are former and current military, people who are a caster. It's Latin for beaver. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate the learning lesson for Latin, Alaska Man Jeff. Caster, he says caster, Castor, is Latin for beaver. Well, how about that?
Oh boy.
So the question is when you're talking about a woman, never mind. Um, what was that?
Phrasing.
I know. I'm not a great person. I understand. Artful Brittany says my cat was bothered by your drift noise. Well, if I need to awaken the cat again, I will do so.
Oh boy.
Um, yeah, that's when you know you're going a hard drift like that. The snow is almost here. You better not. And some people drive. There's a weird. That's a weird thing when driving on the road. You have some of these people that just don't give a rat's behind about other people when driving, like on the highway. Good lord,
Oh, people are nuts.
it's like being a like the Indy 500 right there. It's like, can you just pull over for a second? uh,
Indeed.
yeah. Do you drive your? Oh yeah. Well, obviously you're at your friend's house, so you obviously drove yourself there.
Yeah, right. I took an airplane. She picked me up,
Uh,
and that's how it went.
that sounds
It's
like it.
warm and all that kind of stuff because
Uh,
I won't come in the fall or the winter because it'll be too cold. So,
because you're. Was it California or Idaho? You said you're in right now.
oh,
Idaho.
I'm from California.
Okay, in Idaho from Cal. So how are the potatoes there?
We did actually we went to a restaurant and we had baked potato on Saturday. It was
Nice.
delicious. So I
Nice.
guess the potatoes thing is true. They're good. Big. It was a big potato.
Yeah. That's the land of potatoes right there.
Hmm.
Jacob, Jacob said in I think WA is Washington, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He says in Washington they don't even pull over for emergency vehicles. Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's against the law in California, eh?
Well, there's a lot of things against the law in California at this point.
The menthol cigarettes that I can't get. I'm getting them in Idaho, though. I'll tell you that much. My Camel Crest. I'm enjoying those.
They're not
Mhm.
the regular ones. They're more like potato shaped. Ma'am, we see you got some cigarettes there. No, 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 no. They're potato cigarettes. Oh, wait, hold on. Potato cigarettes? Look, it's the land of potatoes. All right, they're a little ingenuitive. All right, they got to come up with something. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Hopefully they have less salt on them.
Yeah. That's not gonna taste good. Mm.
Uh huh.
Ugh, that filter is not been taken out of it. It gives it that smoky flavor, but not a good.
Yeah, I know. Crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh, but that would be something to do. Come get your potato cigarettes right here. $1 potato.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
it's that's how you could. That's how you could sneak him into a theater. It's like, ma'am, you bringing a potato in? I got, it's just a potato. What's your problem?
Yeah.
We
What you
don't.
talking?
Yeah, we don't allow food items here.
Oh.
Okay. I don't think you want to eat this. Um, yeah, that'd be hilarious. See something right there to write. Now you got a story about someone going to the theater with a potato for a cigarette. I'm
I
gonna.
I have a theater story where I dropped hot tamales all and they oh that was just I have it on my
Ugh,
when I went to the movie theater by myself.
ugh,
On my it's probably like a year old, but yeah, that was a thing. Kind
ugh.
of a fun.
Yeah, that's. And Jacob says, "But are they menthol potato cigarettes?" Well, uh, one says it and one doesn't. So you decide. And Alaska Man Jeff says potatoes a great addition to any meal. I might be biased because I'm part Irish. Well, isn't that a truthful statement right there? I see you like to do your potatoes in such a certain accent.
I love potatoes and I'm a little bit of Irish. Got a little drop or two in there.
Gotta make a song out of it. I am a little Irish with my potato.
I'm really short, so I'm a leprechaun.
Oh, here's my pot of gold.
Charms.
Lucky Charm.
Green Clovers.
Well, and the funny thing is that's sort of like a faux Irish, because there is a channel on YouTube I follow. It's called the Try Channel, and it's actual real Irish people who try
Mm.
different foods or drinks and all. They mostly like to drink, but that they won't tell you that. Um, but they do sound like car, car. When you're
Mm.
trying to say stuff, it's sort of that English saying of like car or
Mm.
stuff of that nature. And you sort of you're just trying to listen to it, and you're trying to get right in there, and you're trying to do all the stuff that'll get you there. But you got Liam Neeson, right? He's got the deep voice, like I've got these set of skills, and if you don't get on my way, I'll break you.
Is he
Um,
Irish? Is
he-
Liam Neeson? What is he?
he's Irish, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't really quite sure what his accent was. Yeah.
It's more of a taken Irish, really.
I've got a particular set of skills.
I've got a particular set of skills, and if you don't
Yes.
bring up, those potatoes will disappear. Um,
No more potatoes for you.
no more potatoes for you. The great famine's over with. All right, just get over it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I actually, funny enough, there was a job that I worked at where he was coming to uh, promote a documentary he was doing. He directed. It was called the Irish. I think it was like the Irish Rebellion. It was about.
Oh,
Um, I
not that
can't.
I know it was, but
Yeah, that's a little history that's too far out of the field for me. But he was coming in, and unfortunately, we weren't able to take pictures because that's the rules. But I saw him there, and he was no more maybe than 5 or 6 feet out from where I was, because we were in the kitchen hallway area, and he was wearing clothes, but they weren't fit. They were a bit baggy on him. So he was wearing a bit baggy, but they were nice clothes. They weren't like ugly clothes like he was in the Bahamas or whatever. He was in nice clothes. They just didn't fit him like a tailored suit.
wait, why?
Like,
Did you surmise why, or was it on purpose for something?
no, he was there to promote the movie he directed, the documentary.
Oh, interesting.
So they were starting at an eating place first. It was a very nice ballroom or whatever, and they would move to a art. It was in a college. I'm not gonna say what college, but they were moving to a different place where they have the arts and stuff and all that, and they would showcase at one of the theaters they had in there. So
Mm.
that's what he was doing. I can't remember what. Actually, I've got the internet, so let me look it up.
I
Uh,
Liam Neeson is dating Pamela Anderson right now. Have you heard that?
yeah, I saw that. I think that's pretty interesting.
It is interesting. It's like what? Kind of crazy.
Okay, I spelled the name wrong. Oh, it's Neeson. Okay. No, get out of that. Liam Neeson. Okay. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Give me 1 second. I can't show it because I'm already sharing the screen. There we go. Yep.
Correct it for you.
Let's see. He did on Broadway. There was I'm trying to find if they mention it in his Wikipedia. Because
Why don't you
he
go on IMDb?
what?
IMDb.
Because Wikipedia. Oh, and Alaska Man Jeff says my skills are mash and smashing potatoes. That's right. Slant Sanglant 86 says no ricer. No ricer. How does Hello Slidey? He says. And how does Hello Slidey? He says.
Is that Sangland?
Yep, Sanglant. Yep.
Hey, Sang.
He sang away. Action
Ain't
thriller.
Sang either, but
Trying to find anti-Catholic. I swear he did. He did Liam Neeson documentary. Uh, there we go.
oh,
Liam Neeson documentary. Liam Neeson. Okay, Liam Neeson. It says narrated the large format documentary film Ireland, which was released in February 2022 on IMAX and other giant screen theaters across the United States, Canada, and Ireland. The film, produced by Matt Gillivray, Freeman Films follows Irish writer Manchin Magan on a cross country journey exploring the island's history, culture, and stunning landscapes, including locations like the Cliffs of Moher, the Giant's Causeway, and the Skellig Islands. Neeson, born in Bally, Ballymena, County Antrim, Northern Ireland, lent his voice to help connect people of Irish descent worldwide to their heritage, language, and stories.
Mm.
Um, this was Neeson's fourth large format documentary narrated by Mac McGillivray. Journey Means Caves, Coral Reef Ventures, Everest. Okay, so I may have had it wrong. It would been a long time, but it was about Ireland and about the history and culture of that. So there you go.
There you have it.
We learned today, children. We learned about something about Liam Neeson. He's not just about his skills. He's also about narration, and you can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
Are
but yeah,
now smarter today.
yeah. And today, children, we learned a lesson today. We're all gonna go a little more happier now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, obviously knowing that with you and making those screenplays and stuff, and maybe they won't get like big thing, but I really do think that's kind of a leadway into something that can always lead to more because writing and talking and all that stuff, there's always something to discover that interests you in the way of what you want to write, right? Like a screenplay sort of thing.
Yeah.
Um, because I personally I've written like some poetry, but it's
Mm.
it's a little bit here and there. Um, and I've said at least a few in the past. But when you're inspired to write something, I mean, have you written anything recently?
No, I have not. I'm on. I'm having a dry spell, but I'd like to hear you read your poetry. That's something I'd be interested in.
I should have kept my big mouth shut.
Yeah, yeah, because now I might be dogging you every time I'm on chat. Where's your poetry?
All right, I'll give you one just because you asked.
Oh, yay!
Um, erase that. Nope, nope, nope. Delete. All right, done. All right, back up. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta find one. I have over. I have a little over. Nope, nope. 600.
What?
Not all of
Wait.
them. Not all of them are poetry though.
Oh,
Um, not all of them are poetry. I'm trying to find one. Oh, I got one about nostalgia. Let's go with nostalgia.
writer, apparently,
What?
you obviously a writer.
I don't know about that. I'm not much of a
Didn't
word.
have-
I'm not sure about that. But
Well, let me hear it. I'll be
oh,
the
all right. Well, this is when it's called nostalgia. Just the title alone is called nostalgia. But
okay.
we'll go with that. Let's see. Nostalgia, the great reminiscer, the big money blisser, all according to those remembering so. But a warning to be fair, of things past done, not bare, people pay in the droves for so. The memories of joy and happy abides long ago, but remembered in days gone aside. A taste of blissful high, what will the payment be? Of remembering once more the memories thought to bring peace and the world you adored, I can't comprehend the nostalgia and galore when people would give their world for days of yore.
Aw,
Hmm,
that's
it's kind of a truth to it, though, for a nostalgia.
of course. Yeah. I mean, come on. Most of us are nostalgic for days gone by or bygone days, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
but most many would give up their own future for it or
Ooh,
world, whatever you would call it, if that makes sense. Uh,
yeah. People go back in time when the person they loved was still alive, others dead now. All that kind of stuff. I'm sure. Yeah.
a long lost love. I'm not gonna sing. Um, we'll do
I
another one.
sing. I also sing on my channel once in a while.
Oh, are you like jazzy?
No, I do have one song called Better This Way
Yeah.
that my son and I recorded. So it's like got music to it and I'm singing.
Mhm.
So I have that on my channel.
Mhm.
That was done in 2015. And then sometimes I'll just sing a cappella because I don't know how to play music. I write lyrics and I write songs once in a while. And my son, who's a piano player,
Mhm.
I'll I'll uh, send him the voice memo.
Mhm.
He's singing something with the melody or whatever, and I'll say, "Can you play the piano? Can you put this to music?" And sometimes he does,
Mhm.
and thinks it's worthy. So that's always fun. So I have some of those because I'm notorious for starting a song
Mhm.
and finishing it, but it's fun. So I sing it for my audience and play it for them. So
There you go. Look at that.
yeah,
Uh, let's see. Well, I'll do one more. Um, this one's called
oh,
the what? Oh, this one's called the Junk of Love. This one.
the
Uh,
junk,
the
the
junk of
junk.
the Junk of Love. Yes, it was written. It was written the July 5th of 2018.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah, it was a long. That's at this point. That's a long time ago. Um,
yeah.
the junk of love, a notion perspiring, wanted by few, left all those desiring, a torment unchecked by the few who flow with it. Sweat it out till you break, keep the movement brewing. This junky love, while one abates, another struggles to master its gates, the end twiddling like thumbs, till the next thing arrives, breath kept in motion. Don't lose that drive, so mend it or lose it. Drive past, don't abuse it. This junk doesn't last all the time. No junkie will heal it. Neither will those who appeal to it. The wrong junk to have in your life.
That's lovely, and it's kind of deep. I gotta say, you're a
Uh,
you're a deep writer. You're one of those thinkers.
well,
Deep, that's
so
wonderful.
sometimes it's just about if it rhymes well, and that one didn't rhyme well, but I'm not gonna I'm
They
not
have like perfect rhymes. You know, they're called like imperfect rhymes.
well, my stuff is mostly that. Thank you, Neuro, for that, and, Alaska Man Jeff says that performance was junk. Wow. Much much appreciated. You
Oh, he just such a pip.
modding privileges lost. No, I'm joking. Where is there was one I did like, well, thank you, I appreciate that, Awful Brittany. You just gave me hand claps. Um, there was one. Actually, the funny thing is that this shirt right here is actually one of them.
What's it say? King what?
King
Vic.
Victorious.
Okay.
It was actually one I wrote, but I had someone make. They were able to make it, but they made a shirt out of something I wrote. I'm gonna see if I can't try to find
Hold on.
it. I'm not gonna try to hold up the shirt. It's not gonna work. Where are you? Ah, here we are. There we go. Okay, here's this is a really short one, but this is called King Victorious.
Okay.
I am the king victorious, the jurors can plainly see, as this crown sits on my head with shining jewels of glee. I don't doubt this directive course, as you can plainly see, for I am the king victorious, and you have become no voice to me.
There you go again.
Well,
Giving
after,
giving us nice stuff.
oh,
Very nice. Very
well,
nice. Very
well,
nice.
yeah, I kind of feel like that's just like writing about pride, basically, but I could be wrong.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. There was one a boat. No, I don't want to do that one. Actually, it's funny enough. One of the ones, I believe it was this one. There was when I used to have a Facebook. There was one that I had that a lady asked if she could have it on her wall, and I said yes, but I don't have a Facebook anymore, so I doubt that lady could find me. But this is the one she'd asked to want on her wall. Um, it's called A Boat on the Sea. I believe this is the one. It begins with, "What am I? Just a boat on the sea, sailing softly with the wind's gently breeze." I should have said gentle breeze. Give me 1 second. Yeah, with the wind's gentle breeze. Yeah, I said gently. That's not how that works. Um, there we go. Okay, sailing softly with the wind's gentle breeze. Editing on the go. Let's make sure.
Yeah, writing is rewriting.
Yes, there we go. Thank you, Brittany, and of course to neurodivergent. 1 second before I retry it again. Neurodivergent says, just to make sure I don't miss an extra question. All right. He's paying for an extra question later, and we'll get to that. Thank you,
Oh,
Neuro.
we're gonna have questions.
Oh, it's all the fun stuff. Neuro. Actually, I'll just do NDO because it just makes it easier. NDO. There you go. $2 for NDO right there.
Hey,
All right, starting over. Because I had to do
yes.
that. Because I had to do that edit change. A boat on the sea. What am I? Just a boat on the sea, sailing softly with the wind's gentle breeze. I have seen rough and calm, soft and chaotic, with no rest in between. What lighthouse guides me to its safe shores? Am I destined to ride the waves with no light? No, maybe not, but I cannot tell the future. You who travels paths less taken, those who seek refuge from the rain. Take haste and seek quickly, for the storm comes without warning again. And if you cannot see, will you hear? I am not wise, but foolish, destitute and foolhardy. But I will seek the lighthouse in order to get in before the storm.
What inspired you to do that? I mean, can you remember even what your like inspiration was, or is just too old that you don't remember how you
Most
came
of
up
the,
with?
most of the time, the only thing the Hat of Doom. Yes, we'll get. It's not the Hat of Doom. It's the Hat of Questions, Matt. It's more of sometimes it was just rhyming. To
Uh,
rhyme with, and other times it's just I don't I don't remember. It is sometimes it is a little long ago. Sometimes it was a little part where you could tell it was about someone, and those are the ones that do have a story, but that's a long time ago. Um, I'm trying to.
Now, can I make a suggestion?
Yes, ma'am.
When you're reading your poetry,
Mhm.
you have to slow down and read it with feeling.
That's
You
g-
know?
that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot harder than you think.
Oh,
Um, here's one. I don't think I've read this one. It's called The Forgivenless Man. It's kind of hard to because I don't remember the reason
oh,
why.
you don't. Oh, okay.
So
All
there's a
right.
there's a core. It's sort of like burying treasure, but you've known where the treasure's at. You just don't remember the reason why you buried the treasure. If that makes
Yes,
sense.
but poetry often has like a certain kind of cadence, a soft flow, if you will.
That too is like asking. I
Can write deeply, but you can't speak deeply, apparently.
Two had the fourth and the withered stem, the child of destiny proclude. Yeah, it doesn't work out. This one.
Oh,
It's just like, and then she demanded he read it like he was someone from Shakespeare's time, and it was like, what?
say what? What? Oh,
Say what now? I don't know what this gonna do. Don't know what gonna do though. I am only educating till a certain point in time, so that's it.
uh, all right. Hit with it. Hit us.
Now, Alaska Man Jeff says, now I want Dara to write hate poetry. No, you write your own hate poetry. I'm not gonna do it for you. So this one's called The Forgiveness Man. I don't remember the
Wait,
reason why.
forgiven list
Forgiven Less Man. The Forgiven Less Man. That's what it's titled. That's what I'm keeping it as.
word list.
What?
Is it one word forgiven list?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. We'll get to the why in a minute. I don't know. It is what remains of the man during his thoughts of silence that can be dangerous. What goes through his mind? What does he see himself? It is a tumultuous journey that begs many questions. It is at that point more harm can come from those moments of isolation. In a sense, the world itself can be unforgiving in that manner, and everyone could use a little forgiveness, even if it is towards themselves. That's it. That's all she wrote.
Well, that's more like a little story, like an essay story. Were there any rhymes in there? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't, but
Like
it's
like just short little a
a
few
short
paragraphs.
story. Yeah, it's like a short story. Yeah, but it was pretty short. But it really is just it's just that.
It's
Um,
very Do you know the inspiration for that?
mm, my guessing is by the wording, it's about trying to forgive yourself rather than something else. But that's like trying to again discover what it meant to bury it, and I
Yeah.
don't always know. Um,
You're good, gotta say. You're pretty
uh,
darn good.
this is one I posted out a long while ago on X. Although you're not on there, but this one is one I uh this was in July 25th of 2016. So
Ooh,
that was
quite so.
yes. For his lady, I need to take notes of this. Yeah, this is stuff I've had for ages, but it's not. Alaskaman Jeff says Dara's all prepared to write poetry for his lady. I need to take notes. Well, start rhyming. That's where you're gonna get it. This one is called Child of Isolation.
Aw.
So this one may be a little more rhymey, but we'll get there. This one
Okay.
goes, this one goes, "O child of isolation, why do you hide? Why in the womb of a tomb do you reside? I know the world has its ways in bringing you down, abating your breath when no good can be found. Is there no hope left within your very soul? There, there here is the test you must console. Turn and change from what you were before. You cannot live in this past anymore. The sobering sweetness you once had cannot for what was be glad. Only when you can only when you can change will there be more chances down the road, but first you must give up and bury your burdensome load, or otherwise what you seek will always slip your grasp. So child of isolation, what will you do? Will you stay this way forever or change and be anew?"
I gotta say, pretty darn good.
I try. I
Hey,
try.
hands.
I will
Nice,
I will
nice.
I will give you
Very
the credit for all that. For the kind comment. Let's see. I'll do one more. And that'll be it. Let's see. I want to try to find. It's literally I'm just looking at titles at this point, and I don't know what's in them. Uh, there we go. Nope. I don't want to do. I want to do. Um, let's see. Nope, not that one. Yeah, trying to find one that. Here we go. Here we go. You should have a slam poetry night. Well, I'm not gonna slam anything. Okay, let's just pull that one back. All right, that's phrasing right there.
nice.
All right, this one, the last one. This one is called "What We Wish to Last Forever." That's what the title
Oh,
is.
golly. The list is too long.
Yeah. Some things we wish to last forever, while some things never last as long as what. Oh, sorry. Some things we wish to last forever, while some things never last as long. What doesn't? Help us find where we belong. Everything has its place in time, in accordance with its own design, but long lasting patience never truly lasts. It turns into frugal attempts of speeding up which we want to pass. The ironic occurrence of what we wish to see isn't what we need to, for if anything at all is ever learned, is to have others believe in us too. So,
There you go again.
well, I
Very,
didn't.
very nice.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Although it didn't really get to the point of what we wish last ever, but it was something. So, but yeah, like I would say a good 600 of those are maybe something, but some of those don't even have a title. So some of them are unfinished. I know there are a few that are unfinished. So there's that. But I haven't written anything in such quite time. I don't even remember the last time I wrote something. So it is what
But
it is.
uh, you have insight for a young man. You've got a lot of insight, which is wonderful.
Listen, when you think to yourself a little too much, you're gonna start getting something. Either you're gonna start seeing like in what is the movie with John Travolta? Phenomenon? Yeah, I think it is like phenomenon or something else.
I don't know.
He saw a bright light coming at him, and then he was all super smart and stuff. I don't think that's the case, but yeah, that was a long time ago.
Mm.
Um, but it really is just like it's almost like you have to a feeling of sort or an item of sort, and then just kind of find the words, but in a rhyming manner. Like, um, well, let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can make a pun on the fly, but that's not gonna be good. Uh, it is of a It is of a decadence to understand why conversations can be king, but some things are better learned while running through the ring. You cannot expect people to understand, yet to understand is where to begin. But after all things, um, just- okay, after all things, it's just, mm, how
Something something with land, like people land, like we land.
well, now that I don't even have it written down, I'm gonna forget the whole thing. This is what happens, alright? This is what happens when you try to do something and you
I know.
can't even write it down. Like, I'm gonna go
On the
back
fly. On the fly.
on the f
OYO.
yeah, and then when you get stuck, it's like, "Shoot, what was I talking about again? Ah, curses." I won't try to do it live. That's really not gonna work. My typing is as bad as my speaking, and that's a problem in itself.
Mm.
Um But yeah, that was sort of going somewhere. Conversation is king and all that stuff was sort of going somewhere.
Mm.
So, but what about you? Do you ever write anything of similar cadence?
Well, I mean, I write some little, like the little, I don't know whether they're called like essay stories or something, like a little,
Short stories. I would
maybe
think.
about, maybe about 3 or 4 paragraphs.
Yeah.
And I did write a short story, but it was quite a few pages.
Mhm.
And I read that on my channel. It's called The Bridal Shower.
Oh.
And it's based on a true story, but I embellished to make it more entertaining,
Mhm.
but true, except for like kind of where the ending happened.
Right.
And yeah, when I write my little stories, I kind of have a little bit of a rhyming in there. And I haven't written like a lot of poems. I think my little short stories, like I've read one on my video called Lady on the Porch.
Mhm.
That's my favorite little ones. That's kind of a little one. It's not
Mm.
like a happy story, but it's called Lady on the Porch. So if you want to go back a year and look at my videos, you can listen to me reading it. So that,
To hear this chapter, you have to go back to chapter one, and you're only like 60 pages in, or chapters in. You're like, I don't can't do this no more.
yeah.
But no, I just like saying earlier, there's no way of remembering what inspired what to get to that point of like, oh, so that's what it's about. Because it really is like that. Rhyming is more the part, but beyond that point, I don't remember the influence. There is one where it is prominent where it is like, yeah, there was someone who inspired this, but beyond that point, it's more personal growth, I guess, or personal venture, whatever it may be. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's more like reflecting inward instead of brashing outward. Um, because
Hmm.
because a long time ago, I think it was before I did all those, it was just writing these two liners of all different stuff. I think I still have uh the notebook to it too, but I'm not gonna spend all night trying to look through that. But it's I think people in essence need to understand that you all have some sort of ability to do that, but it's just up to you if you want to do that. If you want to do it, all it takes is time and wanting to understand, okay, what words best describe of what I'm trying to get out. And if they flow, you just let it flow and then you can just edit from there. And most of the time, uh it doesn't take much editing at all. But I think you can hide your true meaning in words because people, oh, how's the best way to describe it? You can sometimes hide your meaning in words and people won't understand what it's about, but you can laugh and snicker at it because you know what the true meaning is. Now that's not all for all of it. There's only one I know. There's there's one I know what it's about and
Well, there are like a lot of poems that the people that write poems way back in the day, you'd read it and you might not really understand the meaning. And there are other people that try to interpret it, and we don't know if their interpretation is correct.
Mhm.
We don't really meaning because there's like metaphors and all that kind of stuff going on. So, and I think any art form is up for interpretation, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. It's the in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yeah, but but unfortunately that becomes
Song,
yeah, that unfortunately becomes a problem in itself because then people are like, well, it means this or that. And it's like that's not how that works.
right?
Color. There we go. Here we go. So this so this was made in August 26th of 2016 and it's called My Colorful Lyric. And I want you to try I want once I'm done reading it. What?
I wonder what that is.
Yes, once I'm done reading it, I want you to take a guess what it's about. If you read my poetry, just assume it
Oh
means something.
Lord.
Dominion
Okay.
After Dark says if you read my poetry, just assume it means something dirty. Well, I'm not gonna read your poetry then.
I'm listening to you. I'm just going to get another drink of water.
Okay. Uh
I
let's
still
see.
hear you.
Okay. So this one's called My Colorful Lyric, right? And once I'm done reading it, you take a guess what I'm trying to say. But it goes just sitting here, dropping resumes left and right. Don't have much paper, but I'll make it through the night. This bowl of extremity clearing the way, flushing out the murky ire that comes every day. Constricting, restricted, held back anticipation, only to release a gaseous explanation. I fought the good fight, don't want to overload, clearing the streets, a classic yet to explode.
The classic what to explode?
A classic yet to explode.
Can you read the first couple of lines again?
I'll just read it all again. So it's called colorful lyric, and it's going goes as just sitting here, dropping resumes left and right. Don't have much paper, but I'll make it through the night. This bowl of extremity clearing the way, flushing out the murky ire that comes every day. Constricting, restricted, holding back anticipation, only to release a gaseous explanation. I fought the good fight, don't want to overload, clearing the streets, a classic yet to explode.
You're not talking about diarrhea. I know that.
No, you're close.
Well, to me, it sounds like it's a person looking for a job and nothing's working, and he's just like going through the motions. I don't know. Am I right at all, or I don't know.
You're taking me right with the diarrhea, almost right with the diarrhea one. No, it's
What, you have like a big stomach ache, and you're like FARTING
this is
all over
this this
on the.
this bit. Well, this uses things that I've heard before. They're used to tell when someone says they're gonna go take a number two. So this is basically about taking a number two.
Jesus Christ, you're such a boy.
I was like dropping resumes. I've heard people use dropping resumes when they're gonna go use a resume.
Oh, well, see, I turned it into a more,
I know.
spiritual
I,
thing.
I know. This is the only one I can remember of what the reason was for it, and it's because I've used all the things you use for describing how you're gonna go to the number two. It's just like
I heard dropping a resume. I've heard dropping a deuce.
yeah, but I've heard people use dropping resumes for doing a number two. So that's
Never heard that. Well, I don't know the younger lingo.
That's right. That's right, Brittany. It's called taking a crap. But I
Oh,
just, I just like, and then I've got things like don't have much paper, bowl of extremity, bowl of
oh,
extremity, flushing out the murky ire.
is it toilet paper? The paper is it
Yes,
toilet?
yes, much
Okay.
paper. Yes,
All right. I'm trying to give a deeper meaning than you were doing. But
It was
oh,
just
you told me.
yeah, I know, it's like you can hide meaning in that, and, like, I know what it's about, but people are like, "Oh, what's that about?" It's like, "It's about taking a number 2."
Oh Lord.
Find your deeper meaning when it becomes overloaded.
Need to leave.
And this like constricting, restricted, held back anticipation. I mean, come on, how can that not get through? A gaseous explanation. It's right there. It's right.
Well, I wasn't thinking it was like totally on the nose, you know what I'm
It
saying?
is. It is on the nose. Once you're told
That
about it, it makes sense.
apparently it is.
Dropping Jacob Castro is asking, dropping the kids off at the pool, or is he saying dropping the kids off the pool? And then Dominion After Dark saying dropping the Cosby kids off at the pool. No, it has nothing to do with them. It's about taking a number two. That's basically what it's about. I use poetry to write about taking a number two. Oh, oh,
You
oh.
boys just yeah, 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 yeah.
I got you though. I got you.
I
No.
wanted for meaning.
Uh,
That's funny.
every time I say it's like, what does that mean? It's like, oh come on, give it a guess. Like, I know I don't understand. It's like, come on, dropping,
How about give it a gas?
give it dropping a resume. Come on, I've heard it used before. Come on. Oh my
I
god.
was thinking, you're like mailing things out or you're on the computer doing actual real resumes.
See, this is what I call the hiding the meaning in words right there. It was funny though. That
All in
was
the folder. I can think whatever I want.
that,
It's
yeah, exactly. You could think whatever
do
you
it.
want, but this one I know the true meaning behind, so you got the true meaning behind this one. So if you ever see it, if you ever see it in the future, it's like that son of a bitch. He actually got it famous. Curse you!
I know. Jeez Louise.
And people are sitting around. It's like he must be a busy man. He's working so hard. The bowl of extremity. This is insane. This is just premium work. And you're just
I,
sitting like, you guys have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. You've fooled the world.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Well,
everyone's
now they'll know the answer because I had to explain it to you.
or now sometimes I'm a little dense.
That's all right. You're still here anyway, which makes it matters. But anyway, it is the top of the hour again. And
Okay.
congratulations. Look at that. You have made it through another hour
Yeah, I made it.
of yes, of awesomeness. But we are going to slowly shut down because one, I do have to get up in the morning, and I also have to set up for tomorrow's stream. So it's going to be one of those things. But we're gonna start doing our thing as we did before, and we'll go from there. So, lady of the hour, art is subjective. That's right, and that's why it's a number 2 point.
Here we go again.
All right. Let's see. Where I gotta find your link. Where? Oh, there we go. All right, there you go, young lady. All right, spiel your spell.
Wait, I have to say it again when I do?
Well, you don't
Or
have to if you want to. I'll just pull up the link and say so. But I just put it get every hour. I
if
do
you
it.
want if you want to hear a boomer on her iPhone, just make videos, follow Slideypie on Rumble. That's it.
There you go. See,
I could say of different stuff. Okay, that's it.
she's she has her stuff, she has her videos, and if you want to give her a look and maybe a follow, that's up to you. The link is right there in the description on both Rumble and YouTube.
Thank you.
Obviously she is a lovely lady, so there you go. But
Appreciate it.
regardless, from my end of things, Alaska Man Jeff says Dara needs to publish a book of Dara's poetry to soothe the soul.
Yeah.
I don't know about. Well, I did. There was one time I did try to put it up like on a like a frame and stuff. Like I wrote it down and put it up in the frame, but that really didn't do very much. So there's that. Gonna slide over and follow. Look at that. Alaska Man Jeff says he's gonna slide over and follow. Look at that.
Thank you. Oh, nice. The play of words there.
No, it's questions from the hat, Brittany. It's questions from the hat. Never hide of doom. Never.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I want to call out the questions of that. But anyway, from my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated. Because not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to be. I mean, let's be honest here, okay? Doing something, uh, when I first started out doing this thing, I was very hesitant to ask for likes and all this stuff. But I'm like, well, it's part of the ordeal, and people will choose whether or not to do it. I'm not forcing them. Like, I'm not telling them, take your little finger and go to the like button and press it now. If you don't do it now, I will come and start the blitzkrieg again. Do it now.
Well, you know what Jacob Castro always says?
But
Smash that like button, you bigots.
I will tell you what's going to happen next. If you do not touch the like button, I will find a little tick bomb, and you will not find a home anymore. So do not. Not really. I'm not gonna do that. But I am German, yeah. Oh, thank you, Nero. Speaking of hats, where's the hat, Slideypie? Oh. Nero says, "Where's the hat?"
I've got one. I can't see myself, but
There you go. Looks good. Looks professional. Looks professional. But anyway, anyhow, also helps with having other people on, like Slideypie, like
oh,
Alaska Man Jeff, like so many others. At the end of the day, it's all about having conversations with people about whatever. And we've had 2 hours of a delightful time, even when did poetry slam night, and and I
a
got to,
lot.
and I get to have a little fun with it. But anyway, any help, any help with engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. So thank you all for that. And of course, I gotta find my link. Speaking of hats, all right, Neuro, give me a second. I'll write your thing down for 1 second. All right, Neuro gave $2 more. Thank you, Neuro. I appreciate that. NDO.
I call my hi guy. Hi guy. Yeah, thank you.
There we go. Thank you, good sir. All right, and of course, I gotta find my stuff again. There we go. Of course, I have a link down below as well. Uh, you can it has my Twitter X, it has my email, also has a link to Discord in there, but it's not really much of anything. It's just for DMing, so it is what it is. But all my stuff is there, even the Rumble and YouTube chat, YouTube stuff is in there as well. And of course, like I said earlier, until the end of the month, I am still part of the Rumble Creative Program, but after that, I'm not anymore. It just goes against the grain of what I do, and I find no need to continue it. It's just been a bonus. It's not been anything else. When something turns from an enjoyment to a job, that's when you know it may be time to step aside. I won't stop creating content, but I won't be part of something that makes me feel I have to work for it. So, or work because I already have work. So there is that. Um, but anyway, I am part of Proton's partner program. I am promoting the password Proton Pass, which is their password manager. There's a link down below in both descriptions on Rumble and YouTube. You can go there. It'll tell you all about the different stuff that it does. But again, I use a wider range of their tools that Proton has, and I use them on a daily basis. So if you want to check it out for yourself, the link is there. If not, that's okay too. Look, I can make money off it, but it's not that big a deal. It's just promoting a benefit. I'd rather promote a benefit that helps you guys out more so than it does help me. I mean, yeah, it can help me, but that's up to you guys if you want to do that too. So if you want to check it out, link is there. If not, that's okay too. No skin off my back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, very much. Um, Hong Kong from Canada. Well, hello, Bright Gaming, and hello. But unfortunately, Bright Gaming, you have come towards the end of the show. So we're kind of like winding down a bit. So it's kind of, but you do get to see the end of it again. Well, actually tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I get to have on a gentleman I've had before. His name is Chris from My Morning Mayhem. Is the name of the show. Well, actually, to be honest, he's actually uh, sort of retiring his show and going back to filmmaking. So he's not doing a show anymore, but he did schedule in this, and so he is going through with it. So come tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. where we get to talk to Chris again, kind of maybe see what kind of brought him to that point or whatever really what comes up, to be honest. I mean, I just did a poem about talking about number 2, so we'll see where everything goes from there. So
Yeah. Jeez.
yeah, there you go. You came for a time of enlightenment, and you came for like a oh man. But anyway, but yes, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern with my morning mayhem. Hope you all come from that. And of course, the last thing I do with my guest, and something that, of course, a few people have paid for, is questions from a hat. Now, I know some people want to call it Hat of Doom, but
I
how
was I was thinking this might happen. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but hit
it's
me with it.
it's not that bad. They make it seem bad. It's not. It's just questions from hats. What happened is I bought a hat from Rumble right here, right? And I put
Okay.
some
All
questions
right,
inside.
go for it.
So what happens is that you, my guests, get 2 freebie questions, right? However, if people want more than the 2 questions, now obviously I'm not monetizing YouTube, so YouTube is what it is. However, if you're on the Rumble side,
Bring it on. Bring on the
oh,
dollar. Dollar.
there you go, dollar bills, y'all. The lady said dollar bills. But what happens is that if you're on Rumble, you can give a Rumble rant to get more. And we just saw that with Neuro. So you get 2 freebie questions
Thanks,
and
guys.
2 Rumble rants. Um, and that's 4. So you get 4 questions. So
Holy,
let's
holy cow.
yes,
Okay.
these won't be
Okay.
hard. These won't be hard. Alaska Man Jeff says questions of a hat. You have a 78% chance of surviving and 22% chance of rain. See how that works? My gosh.
Oh, toward the clouds. I don't see any, but we'll see.
Hey, surprise storms happen. Okay, first question coming up
All right.
right here. All right, and the question is, hold on, let me get it. The question is, what is the weirdest superstition you've ever heard?
I think I've heard you ask somebody this question. Well, my grandmother,
Mm,
on my side, my mom's mother,
mm,
she was superstitious. I don't know if this is like the weirdest. This is the one that I can only think of on the top of my head. Oh, well, first of all, there's like a couple. Um, the color yellow was bad luck. And if you saw an elephant, like maybe a figurine, if his trunk was upward, that meant good luck.
mm.
If his trunk was downward, that meant bad luck. She was very superstitious.
Wow.
That's it.
That's not a bad one, but yeah, that was an interesting one
Totally.
for sure.
That's all I could think of on the top of my head because, rapid fire here.
Well, it's not that rapid. But I'll slow down. I will slow down.
Oh, all
He'll be asleep at the end of the day for this. Half Pine Forge. Well, hello, good sir. He says, I'm here to spread the love and smash like buttons. Hello and goodbye. I'm off to hunt down more like buttons. Whoosh.
right.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. You could have stayed for a little while, young man, instead of going home and banging metal with your hammer like a hermit who just stays at home all day, just banging away at that metal, banging away
Mhm.
at that hot. It just a young man who can.
A one man.
Yes, he is a one man band, and I bet you he'd agree with that too. He's a good guy. He's actually has a forge at home and stuff, so he does make. He actually has a website where he makes stuff. Yeah, so there's that. Um, I don't know if you answered this or not, but the next question here is, what inspired you to create content?
Well, like I told you, just because I saw that video icon
Mm,
and I just self, well, maybe, well, first of all, months before,
mm,
I was talking to my son, my youngest son, and
mm,
I said, I wonder if I could get a YouTube channel because and talk about my stories because I've also have stories about stuff when I was a kid in high school, like little stories that funny things that happened to my girlfriends and me.
mm.
And he says, well, do you have enough stories? I said, I don't know. I think so. So then that's kind of was the little seedling that kind of was sparked in my brain. So then when I just saw that thing and it just sort of happened, and so I've been doing that, and now I'm running out of stories, guys. I'm running out of stories. So that's the inception of me just going on Rumble and doing my thing.
Uh,
That's
no better story equates to one that works for you. That's the
it.
important part. And Half Pine likes to wanted to finish off. Worked at 12 in the machine shop tonight, my dude. You're lucky I can keep my head upright. I'm like a newborn just flopping around. Well, la dee da, look who it is, Mr. Know It All. I'm just, I'm just joking. Have a good one, Half Pine Forge. Get some rest. Stop looking for like buttons and go to bed.
He
Goodness
said
sake.
it himself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now this question here, the third question. This question actually came from a show called The Actor Studio with James Lipton. If you've ever heard of it, and yeah, when he had a celebrity guest on or whatever, at the end of the time with them, he would ask a series of questions, and this is one of the questions he would ask them. The
Okay.
question is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you at the pearly gates?
I'm glad you came.
Nothing.
Welcome.
Nothing better
I
than right there.
don't know.
All right. Last question, unless someone gives a rumble rant. Last question. Other than that, let's see what it says. Ooh, it looks mysterious. What?
Uh-oh.
Okay. What is something true that nobody agrees with you on?
That I'm not as picky as I think I am.
Well,
All my girlfriends see this. I don't know if you can see this necklace. I can't even see myself. So
all right.
I have my girlfriend, the one I'm staying with in Idaho. She gave me this crown,
Aw,
and on the side of it, it says princess.
aw.
Because two of my girlfriends call me princess because they say I'm so picky and I have, you know, uh, what is one? I have requirements. You know, I'm
I hear that. I hear that.
not that picky. I'm not that much of a pain in the butt.
I
So that's it.
yeah. See, there you go.
They don't agree with me. So that's it.
Sometimes you just have to let people be and go on your way. That's all you can
I
do.
know. I know. But it's funny. I mean, I laugh at it. I mean, I don't get offended. Oh, the princess is here. We got to do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I get it, guys. Sure, sure. Hey, why don't you bend down and pick up the trash for me? Oh, goodness sake. But anyway, that is the end of the show, of course. Thank you all in the chat for coming along. You've been a wonderful group of chatters for joining us. And of course, to the lady, love,
Hey,
what?
thanks for everybody chatting. And but I do before we leave,
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
I want to thank you for being such a gracious host and helping me
Wait.
figure it out. And
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the whole night. Thank you so much.
Well, that's what I try to do. But I was just gonna say, you're always welcome to come back. Obviously, I always tell that to my guests, even if they never do, which happens once in a while. No, but everyone's busy. But I think the point of the matter is that you've made it over 2 hours,
I
and
can't believe it.
you have proved still here. Hey, Anonymous has come back and has said he's still here. Congratulations. But also around everyone in chat, let's give a round of applause to the lady who thought she wouldn't be able to do it, but has done it well.
Thank you.
Congratulations to over 2 hours to the lovely Slideypie. It took a while to get here, but here we are, and here
We made it.
we made it.
We
Looks
made
like we made it.
Yes,
I
we
don't
made it.
I don't
Thank
remember the
you,
rest.
all the chatters.
All right.
Thank
You're welcome. But anyway, before I go, right? How I end the show is as you just saw the music video from earlier that was made by an artist called Pogo, and he made another one which is called One Day with You, and of course I play that at the end of every episode. So again, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. with my morning mayhem. Hope you'll be able to join me with me and Chris. And of course, thank you all again. And to the lovely Slideypie, you have
Thank you.
accomplished something
I
great.
appreciate
You're
it. Thank you.
welcome. All right. Whoop.
Oopsie
Uh
daisy.
oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. She's trying to destroy her phone. Let's hurry up. All right.
Okay.
One
All
day,
right.
one day with you, my Pogo. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody. It's been fun. Whoops.